Kolumnista ng The Manila Times na si Mr. Rigoberto D. Tiglao, diretsahang sinisi ang ABS-CBN at rally ng mga komunista sa biglaang paglala at paglobo ng COVID-19 case sa ating bansa. Hindi na nga napigilang isisi ng kolumnista ng The Manila Times na si Mr. Rigoberto D. Tiglao ang paglala ng kaso ng COVID case sa ating bansa sa ABS-CBN. Bunsod nga ng pag-organisa at pagsasagawa nila ng kaliwat kanang pagpoprotesta matapos maipasara at tuluyan ng ibasura ng Kongreso ang aplikasyon ng kanilang prangkisa. Dagdag pa dito ang pagrarally ng mga hindi pabor sa anti-terrorism law at maging ang mga nagsagawa ng rally noong SONA ni Pangulong Duterte. Karamihan kasi sa mga dumalo sa rally ay kumpirmadong nagpositibo nga sa COVID-19 at hindi rin nakalusot ang alkalde ng Quezon City na si Mayor Joy Belmonte dahil bigo umano nitong pinigilan ang paghihikayat ng ABS-CBN na dumalo sa kanilang mga rallies. Tunghayan po natin ang makatotohanang pahayag ng kolumnista ng The Manila Times na si Mr. Rigoberto D. Tiglao na may pamagat na ABS-CBN Communist Rallies Worsened COVID-19. Quote, "I don't think there's any doubt that the rallies of ABS-CBN Corps, talents and staff, as well as those by communist-led activists against the anti-terrorism law and even President Rodrigo Duterte's State of the Nation address, helped worsen the pandemic that we thought we had started to put under control. The only question is how much this contributed to the surge. Coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 cases rose from 37,500 on June 30 to 98,232 on August 2. In the same period, 1,266 deaths to 2,039 and hospitalizations from 6,238 to 8,729. Of course, there were other factors that swelled the pandemic. Policy spokesman Harry Roque Jr. has pointed out one factor, that many asymptomatic or mild cases were not really quarantined, but merely stayed home infecting their families. But the surge in cases to 118 reported at the University of the Philippines, Diliman, a rich recruitment ground for rallies to the nearby ABS-CBN headquarters and to the Batasang Pambansa, and the fact that the Quezon City, together with Cebu City, make up the epicenters of the pandemic in the country, bolster the analysis that the demonstration were COVID-19 super spreaders. It would have been magnanimous, even heroic, if the oligarchic house of Lopez had called on their serfs to desist from the undertaking rallies and this put them and the others at a very high risk of contracting the disease. But no. ABS-CBN lower-ranking officials were leading the rallies inside and outside their headquarters. The higher-ranking officials, of course, were nowhere to be found at the rallies. ABS-CBN President Carlo Katigbak cheered on the demonstrators, but of course, cleverly, only from his chauffeur-driven Land Cruiser as it drove by the rallies. Its windows opening only intermittently. There's even a rumor that Gabi Lopez, the top Lopez Honcho Huda clan put in charge of ABS-CBN, had managed to leave the country in time for his usual birthday celebration in the land of his birth. It was a crime for ABS-CBN and its echo chamber rappler, whose chief executive officer Maria Ressa, like Katigbak, cleverly avoided the rallies to report again and again with so many photos that the entertainment network stars were joining the rallies, their picture showing them without masks and even shoulder to shoulder with the rallyists. And to think they are role models, whether we like it or not. The Provinciano doesn't wear a mask. I don't either. As the Lopez strategists likely planned, their stars being in the rallies get hundreds of their fans, many from the lower class districts in Quezon City, to rush to ABS-CBN, expecting that they could fulfill their dreams of hobnobbing with, even touching their idols. How many of them could now be in wards in Quezon City hospitals, which have become overcrowded with COVID patients? How many did they, after being infected in the ABS-CBN rallies, infect others in their crowded communities?
It was a criminal neglect for QC Mayor Josefina Belmonte not to have prevented legally or through persuasion the ABS-CBN rallies. Didn't the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases or IATF-AID on the pandemic specifically ban public gatherings, in which category the ABS-CBN rallies could have been put into? I've been to hundreds of rallies as a participant in my youth and observer as a journalist. I can't think of a more perfect distribution center for epidemics. Rally participants are forced to violate either all at the same time or consecutively the four things COVID-19 experts say are absolutely necessary to contain the epidemic. 1. Wear face masks in public. 2. Physically distance yourself from others by at least 1 meter. 3. Avoid crowds. And 4. Wash your hands vigorously and avoid touching your face. One can't help touching each other somehow in such crowds. Do you think the rallies never took off or lowered from their noses the mask after an hour or two under the hot sun? They wear masks, they touch each other so often in such crowds. Would anyone really be able to tell a fellow rallyist to stay away from him by 1 meter? How on earth could they have washed their hands during the rally? As epidemiologists have also emphasized, a scenario that spread the disease is one in which there is a lot of shouting, as droplets containing the virus are projected much further when these come from someone hollering, especially with passion, oust Duterte, which is done not just by the speakers but also by the rallies. Worse, after the rally, many of them now infected would have of course used public transport where the infected helpless commuters coming from a hard days of work. Full-time activists, especially communist urban cadres, would be super spreaders of the diseases. As NPAs, no permanent addresses, they move and sleep from one safe house to another to meet with the comrades indoors to their DGs or discussion groups, or to hand down the orders from the nakatataas. As full-timers living frugally, as Mao's little red book enjoins them, they have the minimum hygienic standards and are forced by circumstances to wear the same clothes or de rigueur jacket for days and even weeks. If the virus was attached to their jacket from a rally, that would be a COVID-19's base of operations for days, one that moves from place to place, even all over metropolitan Manila. Government should implement the IATF-AID ban on public gatherings, even if the demonstrators claim these are political assemblies guaranteed by the Constitution. Better martial law than dead, or sick people under a lively democracy. Let them ask the Supreme Court to rule whether such legislation is illegal or not by the time the High Court hands down its ruling, which will be several months after. This pandemic would likely have been contained. How stupid of us! We have imposed curfews to discourage gatherings. We have to queue at supermarket and drugstore entrances, so only a small number of people are inside for a certain period for the sake of physical distancing. Travel has banned from one province to another, separating families for months. Mass and temperature checks are required to enter supermarkets and malls. Yet we allow rallies, even those undertaken for an oligarch's sake, where people don't wear masks, stand shoulder to shoulder, shouting old slogans that project virus-laden droplets all around, the perfect distribution center for COVID-19. Them you yellow zombies, Lopezites and communists. You helped COVID-19 kill 1,000 more Filipinos, and now we may have to suffer another lockdown which would throw more Filipinos out of jobs and into hunger. I won't argue anymore and instead present the photos of these rallies that, as the cliche goes, speak 1,000 words. Sa naging pahayag na ito ng beteranong kolumnista ay kumpirmadong isang malakas na sampal nga sa mga nagsagawa ng protesta, partikular na nga sa ABS-CBN talents na pinaboran din ng maraming netizen. Kayo mga kachika, anong opinion nyo ukol sa biglaang paglobo ng COVID case sa ating bansa? Comment nyo lamang po sa ating comment section and please, wag po sana natin kalimutan mag-like at mag-subscribe. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood.